Hello, Tumwater families and staff. As we approach the close of the school year, I hope you are well and looking forward to summer. Thank you so much for your continued partnership as we work to finish this year strong. While we acknowledge this spring has not been our normal and not what we'd hoped for, I appreciate the creativity and commitment of our staff and families to make sure our students feel connected, cared for, and celebrated. Last Thursday, the State Superintendent of Public Instruction's office released their first guidance for the reopening of schools in the fall. I've read headlines that state schools to reopen in the fall, and that is our ideal goal. As we study the 58-page planning guide that districts received, there are many items we'll need to consider, plan for, and implement in order to make that happen. These include, how do we make sure our staff and students are safe as our buildings reopen for in-person instruction? How can we safely set up our buses, schools, and classrooms for safe physical distancing following Department of Health recommendations? How many students can we have in our classrooms and schools at one time while meeting the 6-foot physical distancing requirements? I understand it's frustrating not knowing whether we'll have all students at school every day or a blended model with some students in school and others working at home on a rotating basis. We all want to have a clear plan for September now. At the same time, making decisions too early and with only partial information would likely lead to decisions that would have to be changed later as we receive further information. That is why, for now, we're asking for patience while we seek clear answers to remaining questions. As we make plans for the fall, we're seeking your input. This week, families will receive a quick survey through Skyward Family Access with a few questions about plans for fall. Your input will be very important to help us make important decisions moving forward. We ask that you please fill out this as well as you can with the information you have now and submit it as soon as possible to give us the information we need for planning. Please look for additional opportunities to provide feedback in coming weeks. One clear expectation OSPI and the Department of Health made is the requirement for students and staff to wear cloth face coverings while in school. With that information, we foresee a need to have cloth masks available in our schools for students who need them. So, if you have the skill in making masks and are willing to make personal protective equipment for students, we would welcome donations at the district office to distribute to schools in September. To be as clear as possible, we're planning to have students back at school for in-person instruction in the fall to the extent possible while following state guidelines to protect student and staff safety. We formed a back-to-school team that has been working on the details that need to take place for a safe reopening in the fall. OSPI continues to provide important clarifications on the planning documents published last week, and we're seeking clarity around those requirements to make sure we know what we need to know to be ready to open. In addition to OSPI, the Washington Department of Health, Labor and Industries, and the Governor's Office have authority to set limits on reopening. All of these agencies are working together to give us the information to make decisions, but additional time will be required for us to know what we truly can and cannot do. Subcommittees of our back-to-school teams are forming to find answers to the many challenges that must be overcome to open. They will continue meeting in the summer and will communicate plans as soon as they're available. We also know that our plans could be required to change at any time due to changes in the spread of the virus and the response of state agencies. Equally important right now is how we do our part in Tumwater School District to address long-standing race and equity issues that impact our students. While some work's taken place over the last 2 years with training for students and staff, we know there's much more that needs to be done. Following the message I sent out last week, several people have submitted their names to serve on the equity team we're putting together. If this work interests you and you'd like to participate, please contact the district office and let us know. Once we have plans for the restart of school, we will convene this team. Again, thank you for your continued partnership and support. Let's focus on becoming stronger together as a team as we navigate these trying times. I am so thankful to be part of this exceptional community and proud to lead Tumwater Schools. Take care.